Feel free to inspect any of my mounts. You will not be disappointed.
Have you met the new investigator in town? Music Thunderboots, he calls himself. Pah. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? If he actually ends up solving a case, I'll eat my own right boot, and that's a promise.
Go, speak to my sister if you seek help. I'm far too distraught to deal with any patrons today.
Welcome to the House of Histories. You'll find no grander collection of curiosities and memorabilia in all of Elsewhere. I would offer you a tour, but we're currently investigating a most unfortunate theft. An ancient mural called the Rithana di Renada, otherwise known as the Song of Kingdoms. It chronicles the time when Elsewhere were 16 united kingdoms working in harmony. Unfortunately, it was shattered when the kingdoms entered into conflict. Yes, into exactly 16 pieces. My brother and I found and restored each and every one. And then, just as we were about to put all the pieces together again, they were stolen. Who would even do such a thing? Thank you for offering to help. Oddly enough, the thief did leave a note mentioning a grave of snake men. I suspect it refers to the Tomb of the Serpents, an old Akaviri crypt. Hopefully that is where you will find the missing pieces. The Rithana di Renala was created during a time of peace between the 16 kingdoms. It represented the unity of the Khajiiti people. The peace between the kingdoms did not last. The mural was shattered into 16 pieces, one for each kingdom. No one knows how it was so perfectly broken. Was it the clan leaders? Perhaps punishment from divine spirits? It is all a mystery. Elsewhere faces many dangers now. More than ever, the Khajiit must band together. I hoped that the Rithana di Renada would inspire just that. After all, it represents a time when all Khajiit lived in harmony. Yes, it is. But that clue is all we have at the moment. It actually reminds me of the old Khajiiti legend, Rajin and a Trail of Ink. Perhaps our thief is a fan of the trickster god. Wouldn't be too surprising. He was a renowned thief who possessed the Ring of Khajiiti, which allowed him to be invisible, silent, and quick. He ascended to become an immortal trickster god and patron to thieves. Rajin and the Trail of Ink is but one of his many legends. Many moons ago, when Rajin was still but a thief and not yet a god, he met a beautiful soldier named Captain Nasuna. He was captivated by Nasuna's beauty and skill, but she scorned all of his advances. So, Rajin set out to woo her. Nasuna guarded a merchant's estate. 5 times Rajin entered this estate, stealing an item and hiding it elsewhere. He left clues behind for the captain, daring her to recover what he stole. And each time she prevailed, for she was as clever as he. Rajin was proving himself. By stealing these items, he showed his cunning. By hiding them away, he showed his honor. By leaving clues, he showed his respect. And it worked. Nasuna was won over and agreed to be his lover. As I've said, many thieves wish to emulate the great Rajin. Leaving clues at the scene of the crime is one way to demonstrate their cleverness. Perhaps it is so with whoever stole the mural. Let us hope.
I love harvesting runestones. You made certain the Khajiit will have a voice in Elden Root. Thank you, Walker.
Did the spirit send you to help Kisaravi? What did she say? My apologies. Kisaravi hoped you heard the spirit too. The spirit protects Akaviri relics in the Tomb of the Serpents. She wants Kisaravi to share their secrets with the world, but the tomb is too dangerous. She won't let me leave without them. Spirit may not be correct. Entity, a goddess perhaps. The one who protects the tomb while wrapping her arms around Kisaravi's mind. Will you retrieve the Akaviri relics? Otherwise their secrets will be trapped here forever, along with Kisaravi. Thank you, stranger. Kisaravi hopes you will be the one to pass the spirit's test and retrieve the Akaviri relics. She's sure you won't end up like the others. Years ago, Khajiit allowed displaced Akaviri to bury their dead in Khajiiti tombs. So many Akaviri were buried here that they renamed it Tomb of the Serpents. The Akaviri placed armor and relics alongside their dead. The spirit watches over all. Curiosity, arrogance, greed. Kisaravi wanted to unlock the Akaviri's secrets, to use their knowledge and steal their power, to sell their relics to the highest bidder. Selfish desires brought Kisaravi here, but the spirit's message made her stay. Some say their ancestors were eaten by a race of vampiric serpents. Others say they were merely captured. They are said to be resistant to poison and fierce in battle. Some say they even enslaved dragons. Their relics will tell us what is true. I never saw her, but I felt her. Her words opened something within me, a sense of purpose, belonging, love. I don't remember her words, but I can't forget her message. When I share the relics with the world, you will understand. Everyone will. Thank you, stranger. Kisaravi hopes you will be the one to pass the spirit's test and retrieve the Akaviri relics. She's...
Not so fast, Walker. Rachin would first have a word with you. So, you have found the first piece of the Rithana di Renata. Impressive. But Rachin can't help but wonder if you have patience enough to find the other 15. After all, he has hidden them very well. This one is the shadow of Rachin. Well, a shadow of Rachin. There are 7 of us, all told. Surely you have heard of Rachin, yes? Elsewhere's greatest thief, whose crimes were so fabulous he became divine. This one is but an avatar of his greatness. Do you expect a truthful answer? What kind of trickster do you take this one for? Here, let us make a deal. If you find all the pieces, each and every one, Rachin will consider sharing his motivations. Only then. Of course, Rachin will provide clues. What fun would it be otherwise? 15 clues to find 15 pieces. Collect them all and restore Rithana di Renata, which was thought just a legend. Sound exciting, Walker? Here then, a book for your convenience. Is not Rachin kind? Ah, and one other thing. Outside help is strictly forbidden. Iraya might have solved this one's first clue, but the rest are up to you. A trickster, a hero, and an ancient mural. Just the recipe for a grand adventure, no? Ah, but this one is most excited to see it unfold. This one is but a shadow of the great Rachin, trickster god to the Khajiit people. It was he who gained the power of the Ring of Khajiit, which made him invisible to all and quick as the wind. He who stole both treasures and hearts alike. Of course! How else was this one supposed to get your attention, Walker? Ah, but Rachin says too much. After all, he has already promised to reveal his motivations after you've collected all the mural pieces. Why, you have Rachin's Book of Riddles, do you not? Each verse will let you know where a certain piece of the Rithana di Renata can be found. Well, this one is feeling rather generous today. Rachin will let you know that every piece lies in northern Elsewhere. The more you explore, the more likely you are to find them. By the way, if you see Pakruti, tell him he still owes this one a pouch of gold.
You know the messenger.
I'm gonna show off a little.
If you survive, you will know the message.
Anyone else?
You got the Akaviri relics! Did the spirit speak to you? Ah, the Akaviri spirit has blessed you. Kisaravi can tell. How else would you have succeeded where Kisaravi has failed? Please accept this gift and the spirit's blessings. Kisaravi knew that she would meet someone brave enough to enter the tomb, strong enough to pass the spirit's test, and wise enough to accept her protection and never question her voice. Kisaravi knew because the spirit told her. The spirit wants Kisaravi to share the Akaviri relics with Tamriel. They possess a magic we can't understand, a magic that will spread her influence and protect us all. The spirit will soon live in everyone's minds, and it will all be thanks to you. For some, it is the key to unlocking ancient secrets and lost magic. For others, it is a reminder of why some things are better left unknown. The spirit has spent years watching the dead in this tomb, stranger. She's ready to see more.
Yes! Are we going to race?
Ah, you've returned. Let us speak. Greetings, greetings. Were you able to find the missing mural pieces? If you want to pull my tail, you could at least try a bit harder than that. Really, what would Rajin's shadow want with the Rithana de Renada? It might have historical significance, but it's certainly not a prize worthy of the trickster god. Sure. Just let me know if you meet John and Joel next, yes? We could use some brighter moons. Why don't you just place the mural piece back in its frame? Iraya should return shortly. You can speak to her about the other missing pieces.
Our neighbors saw nothing, of course. Oh, you found one of the pieces! I see you've collected a missing piece. Slick work. Now, if we only had clues for the other 15 pieces, makes finding them particularly difficult for us, no? Rajin's shadow? I'll be honest, that's a lot to take in. But after all you've done for us, how can I not offer you the benefit of the doubt? Feel free to place any mural pieces that you find, and here, something for your troubles. Think that the Rithana de Renada was snatched away by Rajin's shadow. Never would I have thought that to be the case. Good luck finding the rest of the pieces. My brother and I will pray for your swift success. What would you like to know? Rajin is a trickster god, revered by Khajiit thieves. He possesses 7 shadows to do his bidding in the mortal realm. Unfortunately, it seems that one of these shadows has taken interest in you. Well, Rajin is known to punish the cruel and reward the cunning. Perhaps he wished to test you for some reason, to see if you're worthy of something. What the something is, I have no idea. Feel free to bring them back here and place them in the mural's frame. This should also help you keep track of how many pieces you still need to collect. Remember, there are a total of 16 pieces that must be placed. Rajin has given you a book of riddles, yes? Each riddle should reveal where a certain piece of the mural can be found. Hopefully they're not too out of the way, though, knowing trickster gods. The Rithana de Renade is finally complete. Oh, I can't believe you were able to complete such a task, Five Claw. My brother and I will be forever in your debt. Though, I am a little disappointed there is no music. Of course! What would you like to know?
Finally, the mural is whole once more. I can already hear our lovely patrons gasping in awe.
That's it! The mural is complete! The Rithana de Renade is finally complete! Oh, I can't believe you were able to complete such a task, Five Claw. My brother and I will be forever in your debt. Though, I am a little disappointed there is no music. The mural is called the Song of Kingdoms, yes? Legends say this because it plays a most beautiful song representing the harmony of our people. After all, it is traditional for Khajiit to express themselves through music. I'll admit, I've never been sure of how it plays the song. Perhaps through an enchantment. I can't help but feel that we're missing something here. Something that wouldn't be clear until the mural was restored once more. Good idea. No harm in having a look, now that the mural is complete. The Song of Kingdoms. I always wondered what it sounded like, ever since I was a kitten. I've read so many stories, but never was the song actually described. Aside from the fact that it might save our museum from financial ruin, ancient songs and scriptures have always fascinated me. It's almost as though they allow me to visit a different world, and I want everyone to be able to experience that. My father would tell me stories of our people in front of a roaring fire. Even the most dull tales sounded magical coming from him. History is more than mere facts. The way we remember things is important, yes?
Looking for something? Rachin is here to help.
Rajin! It's actually the shadow of Rajin! Iraya, look!
I see him. Stop messing with my museum, you muskars!
Rajin's shadow? Here in our museum? I cannot believe it. Well, what are you waiting for? Trust me, you do not wish to make the avatar of a trickster god impatient.
I don't care if he is the avatar of a trickster god. If that Muscars thinks he can just steal the Rithana de Renada again, he has another thing coming.
The feisty Khajiit is right, you know. The Rithana de Renada does have a song to sing. An awful shame that the jewel is still missing, yes? The singing crystal it was called. Rachin remembers how beautifully it glowed the night he stole it. Do not get your tail in a knot. Rachin stole it long ago, when still he walked the sands. The jewel now rests deep within a smuggler's den, the prized possession of Solemn the Sugar Slinger, a Khajiit of both great fortune and ill repute. This one has already provided transportation. So kind, is he not? Head north of Riverhold and meet with Kajad. He will take you to Sugar Slinger. And, fair warning, Walker, the singing crystal is well guarded. Best be careful. Rachin had a feeling you would see things his way. You speak of a Shadow of Rachin, not this Shadow of Rachin. There are 7 of us, each a different aspect of the great thief who once walked the sands of elsewhere, each with a different purpose. Let us take the shadow you met in Grotwood, for example. He represented Rachin's desire, the desperate greed for that which he wished to obtain, an important trait for any great thief to have. Ah, yes. Rachin always did love his sweetmeats. Desire unchecked rarely comes to good. When alive, Rachin was kept in balance by all of his aspects. Separated? Well, this one suspects that the pretty high elf isn't the only one who suffered. Why, this one is his charm, of course. Or perhaps his dashing good looks. But you are clever enough to restore the Rithana de Renada, no? This one is sure you can figure out what virtue he carries, or perhaps what vice. Very well. You've certainly earned a straightforward answer, difficult as that might be for a spirit of Rachin's persuasion. This one wished to test you, to see how far you would go to reunite elsewhere. This one's homeland bleeds like an open wound. Dragons cloud the skies, war fills the streets, and Rachin's people suffer. And it seems you are at the heart of it all. One lone rook against the odds. If you could not restore mere stone, how could you restore an entire kingdom? Now, more than ever, elsewhere needs to be as one. A task which requires many to accomplish, yes? But you most of all. Those spirits above do not ask me why.
Magister Irin never let me watch him do this. It's so interesting. Might be something good in there. Might be nothing. Never know unless you check. Anything valuable in there?
You just missed the festivities, Walker. Nothing left. Though, if you wait around for a bit, perhaps that five-claw stranger will come back. Wait, you don't want to go to the hideout, do you? Kajad isn't sure he's fit to steer. All right, let's not make the boss mad. Just don't expect it to be a particularly smooth ride.
You brought the right Khajiit for the job.
Oh, come on!
Let's get out there. Over so.
Guards! Stop that criminal!
Let's make this quick. Should have been more prepared.
Have need of a... No, thief. This...
We appreciate your patience, good lords and ladies. The viewing will begin in but a few short moments. You have the singing crystal. Thank John and Jod. I was afraid you would fail and invite Rajin's wrath upon us all.
Please, don't mind the crowd. Yazanji got a tad carried away when the mural was completed. He has invited wealthy nobles and merchants, even from Palatine in the south. Were you able to find the singing crystal? I'm pleased to hear that. Finally, the Song of Kingdoms will sing once more. And, should all go as planned, the House of Histories will receive some much-needed donations today as well. If we're to keep our doors open? Yes. After all, collecting the wonders of elsewhere does not come freely, nor does our rent, for that matter. But never mind all that. Please, you should have the honor of placing the singing crystal. The Song of Kingdoms. I didn't know it would be quite so beautiful. And thanks to you, all of Elsewhere will be able to hear it. Perhaps even inspired by it, yes? Now, more than ever, we need to spread hope. Well, I suspect his involvement had much more to do with you than the mural itself. Feel free to visit the House of Histories anytime you wish, free of charge. And here, a gift for your many troubles. The House of Histories is proud to reveal the Ridana de Renada. Please, step forward for a better look. This mural was created as a symbol of peace many centuries ago. 16 kingdoms, yes. but one mural, one song, one people living in harmony. In this time of turmoil, it is our hope that the Ritana de Renada will inspire a renewed commitment to unity and peace.